In this lecture, I'm going to show you guys an overall understanding on how to narrow down to a niche market and also how to derive a problem statement so you can know how to tackle your leads and how to generate sales from the niche market. So let's try to focus on a big industry. So let's try to go towards the medical and health and other problems as well, but right now let's try to focus on the skin problems and allergies. So this might be one of the problems which faced by most people on earth. And if you try to narrow down, we need to determine the factors causing the problem. So there are three main factors, which are the food or beverage allergies, external factors, and also the lifestyle. And we are going to focus on the lifestyle because this is what is caused by human, and we have to fulfill the human demand, and this is where the market is going to be very big. And we might need to narrow down a bit. Let's go to alcohol allergies, for example, like skin rashes, overheating, and we also need to know why they are allergies. And of course there is an alcohol abuse and also genetics, which is the Asian flush syndrome. So we're going to go towards the Asian flush syndrome, which is an allergy problem which is faced by, I think, almost 90% of the Asian on the earth. So when they drink any alcohol, they will have a red flush on their face, which is kind of embarrassing. And the reason why we are not going to focus on the alcohol abuse, because this is just simply a self-enrichment program towards it. So the market is quite big for alcohol abuse, but we need to go even deeper on this Asian flush syndrome. So let's try to focus on the Asian flush syndrome. So you can say that almost all Japanese, Chinese, and Koreans have it. And in this situation, let's try to focus on the people in the United States. So of course there are some minority Caucasian who have the same problem, which is the Asian flush syndrome, and also some expatriates in the United States. So you have to understand that these people who have this problem, which is the Asian flush syndromes, they are your potential and prospective leads. So if you want to sell an idea on how to tackle the problem to these people, you need to derive a problem, because not all people really cares about the problem, they just don't even bother about it. So this is how you're going to educate them and try to derive a problem statement from this niche. So defining a problem statement, which is the percentage of them facing this problem, which is the Asian flush syndrome, especially during social drinking as part of the United States lifestyle and culture. So it's undeniable that social drinking is part of a life in the Western country. So there are two main things you can derive from it, and you need to exploit these issues and offer a solution. So there are two keywords from here. One is the social drinking and one is the Asian flush. So you need to use these two factors. Even though you try to tell them how you're going to solve the Asian flush syndrome, you need to define another factor, which is how are you going to tackle this problem during social drinking, how to avoid embarrassment during social drinking while your face turns red when you drink some alcohol. So when it comes to here, you need to understand why this happens. So a little bit of biological explanation, but it won't get to the as long you understand how people feel it, and I can guarantee you that you don't have to study so much on how this thing is going to happen. So there is an example of a formula, a solution to this problem. So this is a no red face formula. It's basically a formula where you can take natural ingredients and supplements before drinking. So it's just like a step-by-step method for you to ease the effects of the red face syndrome. So how should I know that? Because I was a victim on the Asian flush syndrome, and I really tried to search for solution, and I tried to understand why this happens to me, that my face turned red when I drink alcohol, and I really tried to fix it with this no red face formula. And even though I can fix it, I also want to help the other people, because I can understand how annoying and how troublesome is that during social drinking. And I blog about it, and I talk from my experience, and this is the most powerful persuasion technique in order to sell or promote a niche product, because I'm talking from experience. So when it comes to promoting or selling niche product, you need to present yourself as a solution to a niche problem. Just like me, I'm presenting myself and showing them a solution to a niche problem, which is the Asian flush syndrome. And honestly, to be say that people tend to buy a product from people just like him or her. If you want to buy a product from any person, you would tend to buy from a guy who has used it before, because they are talking from experience. This is one of the most powerful persuasive technique to ask somebody to buy. And promote the product, you need to show it that you use it and it is effective. Like I said, it's one of the biggest elements in how to promote a product. So when you're selling a product, you need to show third-party feedbacks or comments. So third-party feedbacks are the most important element to persuade people to buy, because it is just like an unbiased comments, which are very valuable to you when trying to sell a product.